Sam O'Reilly with the Fight Talk podcast.
Right, Lou, drop them bars.
Go on, Lou, spit them.
Oh, I ain't dropping no bars whatsoever.
Oh, mate, your opponents.
I ain't got the talent.
Oh shit! This is Sam O'Reilly with the Fight Talk podcast. Very rushed because Richie Gray decided to change the time. We had it agreed. He turns up 40 minutes early when I'm not here.
40 minutes early?
It was.
You said 11:30.
Yeah.
I said 11. I turned up at 5 past.
5-2.
25
There's a
minutes.
message saying 5-2. Whatever. And then you lied to everyone and said, no, it was 11. You're a goddamn liar, Richie Gray. Lewis Smith, professional boxer. Are you still a professional boxer?
I'll try.
Lewis Smith has joined us for the looks on the podcast. We need to up the good looking portion of the profile, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're all here. We're going to talk about some shit. We ain't going nowhere, even though the rest is cancelled. The podcast ain't, so...
Podcast only gets better.
The podcast will only get better. This is the new, improved Fight Talk boxing podcast.
You gon' see.
You gon' see. You gon' learn today. We're going to talk about...
Are you talking about that?
What?
Everything.
Not everything. I'll get until everything's sort of still delivered. But we'll talk about what we do know is 100% done and secured and that. So... yeah, we'll talk. I know you didn't watch that boxing last night. I wished I hadn't watched it.
I don't really watch boxing, to be honest.
No, but I mean, you kind of should now that you're on a podcast. You're saying it's going to be really good.
Yeah, but you've been saying that for 2 years. I've been saying I'm going to watch boxing.
You haven't been here for 2 years.
When was the first time I did a podcast?
Don't know, a year maybe? Tops?
Oh, maybe a year then.
We'll
I
look
wonder
it
it was a bit ropey before.
Yeah, mate, you're just still learning, babe.
No wonder it was ropey before I came along.
Listen,
I've been doing podcasts for a year and not watched boxing, so it's alright.
You've done well, top blagger. A bit like your career, really.
I'm good at blagging.
Right, we'll just touch on last night's show then.
Yeah, great fight that, yeah.
The Matchroom Next Gen show.
Good bout.
I thought it was one good
They
fight.
bouted really hard.
Shut up, prick. I thought it was one good fight. Did you watch any of it, Lewis?
Yeah, I did watch.
Richie Riakporhe against Tommy McCarthy? Tommy McCarthy?
Yeah,
Saying McCarthy.
yeah.
Big Paddy. Good fight, or you didn't enjoy it, or what do you think?
I don't know, Riakporhe, I'm a little bit... I don't know what to make of him. Because against Sam Hyde, he was
Oh, he was getting beat quite
getting
convincingly
beat.
until he popped
someone
his
with a bit of
face.
movement. But he looks the part, but I don't know whether
Yeah.
stepping up. I mean,
You sound
they're
really
talking
husky
about
today,
Coley.
though.
You do
I'm a
sound
little
quite
bit husky,
sexual, to
I
be
know.
honest. It's quite sexy.
Sound really-
we should have put Marvin Gaye on.
It sounds like what Gary would sound like if Gary could talk.
That's how you picture your dog
That's how the
talks.
dog would talk
Mate,
like
that,
that.
that is not how I picture him to talk. That's for sure.
I reckon he's really camp.
I'm not down. I'll let you tell him.
You still scared of him, or you got cool?
No, he's good now. He's under control.
That's good.
You see him today. Sit, paw, lay.
Yeah.
He knows
he
Ride?
lays for me
Did you
as
ride him
well.
like a horse? Did you put a saddle on
No,
him?
but he did, he did jump up on me a bit.
What we're going to do is we're going to get like a massive bone, the size of a baseball bat, put a trainer on the end of it, and let him run around the field with it.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's ripped someone's leg off.
I like that. Richie Riakporhe was the only decent fight in my opinion last night. It was pretty dull. There was a fight that was after that. It was a 4-rounder Steed or something like that, where he's showboating against the Nicaraguan journeyman. I just cringed out, mate. He's dropping his hands, he's doing all this shit. Mate, you're fighting a geezer that ain't there to punch back. What are you doing? Like, I just hate that shit. I found it quite mortifying. But do you think Richie Riakporhe would be a good fight against Lawrence Okoli? That's what I'm going to ask you.
I agree with Dillian that I think it's a bit too early.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly, because he likes to. Once he gets into his rhythm, he's quite good to watch. But
Did you see? Now I had to go onto a different account because I'm blocked. Lawrence Okoli. Did you see his tweet about to Dillian Whyte?
Oh, I see that earlier.
Yeah. Like, when he said, call me stupid, but I think I could knock out Dillian Whyte or something, or I could beat Dillian Whyte. And Dillian didn't take too kindly to it.
Didn't.
He said, I'll see
They've
you
uploaded
around.
some sparring footage this morning.
Who have?
I think Lawrence.
Shut up.
sparring with Dillian. Yeah.
No way. Oh,
I
shit.
think that's what Okoli put up. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw this morning.
I think he's seen the gap where Dillian ain't got an opponent and gone, fuck it, let me make some major money and try and get a fight with him.
Why not?
But he's fighting Waddy in like 3 weeks, isn't he? Is that an easy knockover job in your opinion?
I don't think it's easy,
No.
but I do. Why do you stepping back up to somewhere where he hasn't been for a while?
Waddy's a massive underdog, and rightly so. Listen, he's been around for a long time. He hasn't looked he looked better than he has for a long time as well. But I think it's going to be a hard night for Waddy, and I think they know that. Goodwin know that it's a difficult fight, but down the line, I like Riakporhe and Okoli. It could work.
They've just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the main event was Jordan Gill won the was it Commonwealth? It was for?
No, he won the WBA.
Oh, WBA. No, okay, that was it. Yeah. I honestly, hand on heart, don't pay attention to the trinkets and the titles anymore. It's just it's ruined. It's dead, mate. When people,
I don't really like.
Did I put that on the podcast or what? Imagine someone come along and was like, "I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fight Anthony Joshua, or I'll fight Fury, I'll fight Wilder. They'll fight anyone that's people considered to be one of the top boys. Fight them all, beat them all, but was like, no, I don't really want to fight the title. I'll just fight you all. If they fought all these people and beat them." Yeah. On non-title bouts every single time, do you think people would consider them the champion?
They would be issued the lineal status, wouldn't they?
Someone would try and force it on them. No, you have to have this belt.
Yeah, they would.
No,
Of course they would. The ring would just turn around and go, "You're my ring champion, by the way." You look like, literally. That's what would happen.
I'd love to see someone should come along and just whoop everyone.
Fuck titles. I just want to be the man.
No, I don't want your title. No, I'm not.
I ain't paying sanctioning fees to any of you
I
bastards.
just want to fight it. Yeah.
Imagine.
The only reason it wouldn't work is because the money would change.
Yeah. Well, the sanctioning bodies would go out of business because they need their money, they need their paper. That's the only way to get rid of them. These people that have now got 3 world champions in their own division, like in the WBA, have an interim, a regular, and a super world champion. I mean, are you drunk?
Don't forget the gold.
Oh, the gold. No, that's a new one, isn't it? Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce grew up wanting to be a gold champion. That's the.
And the gold belt looks so much different from the rest.
It looks completely different. Doesn't look any different, does it? They all look the same. I mean, and you take the joke, the fact that Conor Benn's ranked top 10 in the world because he picked up a WBA Intercontinental. He's not the best in the southern area. He has not proved he's better than Chris Congo. He's not proved he can beat Samuel Antwi. There are people that we don't know if he'll ever beat. But he's ranked top 10 in the world.
Terry Jones got top 10 in boxing news, didn't
he? He did.
Yeah, it's Britain though, isn't it?
Yeah, and did you notice it said Southern Area Champion? That's what it said underneath his name. That's a lie.
It was when it was issued,
published.
Maybe. How long did it take them to input him in the rankings? Question on Taylor Jones. Now, I don't know if this is any way linked, yeah? But I've heard there's a tournament called the Ultimate Boxer coming at some point, and that was going to be announced 2-3 weeks ago. What happened to that? No?
Yeah, what did happen to that? Thought I was fighters were having photos for it.
Yeah, because Ultimate Boxer tweeted me and went, oh, we'll tell you soon. I was like, don't worry, bro, I know. But I won't say nothing. But now you're talking 3 weeks later. I know the date was meant to be next month. I know that the fighters are pretty soon, ready to go. I don't know. It's very weird that you've done all your photo shoots and that. People have put up their cryptic photos in their Ultimate Boxer gear.
Basically, people have sussed it. So you ain't spilling any.
I am, but then what are they going to do? Not let me at their show? I don't go to shows anyway, do I? I'm fucking FightTalk shut down, bro. They can't stop me sitting there saying it, can they? So yeah, no, but I'm not even doing it to be like a prick or anything. But I just don't understand why it's taken 3 or 4 weeks to not announce what they were going to announce back then. It's very weird.
Isn't the show supposed to be soon?
It's next month, apparently, allegedly. We'll see. We'll see. Very weird, but. There's a couple of good fighters in that, and a couple of good fights, if what I'm led to believe is correct.
A couple of good lambs to the slaughter to help get people into the next round.
Yeah, there's one or two. That I've called white collar level in the past, but we'll see. Let them get announced, and then we can talk about it. When it's announced, we can talk about them properly and say names and how poor some of them are.
Listen, there are some good names. There's about 4 or 5.
Oh, there's about 4 or 5.
I'm like, I'm excited to see them.
I don't know who wins out of them. Yeah.
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah.
Right. They've all shown strengths, they've all shown weaknesses.
So is it middleweight?
Middle. Yeah, middle. Yeah, good fights, man. I'll tell
a couple of the boys are not from middleweight, that's the thing.
Yeah, one stepped up, right? Two stepped up, and one has actually stepped down. Well, no, he's not, but he's fought at super middleweight before.
Yeah.
But
2 of them that I know are light middles.
Really? That's not good, is it?
But, to be fair, one of them's a big light middle, one's really a middleweight.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's let them announce it, because I want to talk about it, to be honest, but we'll wait. We won't throw it all out there, we won't take the piss. Right, well, we mentioned Dillian Whyte briefly, right? In this whole fucking mental world of professional heavyweight boxing, who is his next opponent now? Because he was ordered to fight an interim WBC title fight against Dominic Breazeale, but now Breazeale's surely going to fight Wilder because Fury's not taking the Wilder fight. So if you're Dillian Whyte, where do you even go? Who do you fight? What are your options?
Usyk to stay relevant, because Usyk wants to start coming about the heavyweights.
He will not fight Usyk.
Yeah, no, I think he's just going to go sideways, and he's just going to fight.
He's going to have to go sideways until there's that.
Ortiz, Povetkin.
This is the problem. Ortiz is tied up. Povetkin's tied up.
Well, Ortiz boxed last night, didn't he? He boxed Hammer last night.
Yeah, he did.
He beat Hammer last night. Was that last night?
Yeah.
Did he win?
I don't know the result, but he did box.
I mean, that's really
I would
helpful,
be pretty
boys.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't watch boxing. Why are you asking me?
Fuck's sake.
I don't watch it when it's on.
I'm assuming Luis Ortiz won. I mean, if not, there's always the Lucas Brown rematch after he came through Kamil Sokolowski so impressively last night.
My God.
Have you seen that? He got dropped by a jab. Kamil Sokolowski, the career journeyman, who, don't get me wrong, he can bang. He sparked out Nick Webb. Who else did he spark? He sparked out a couple. But he dropped Lucas Brown with a jab last night, and Lucas Brown won by a point up in a West Scotland hotel somewhere. Fucking mental.
Dead, to be honest.
Absolutely bizarre. But he's fighting Dave Allen, isn't he? Lucas Brown. Dave Allen should bomb him out, and you see how shot to bits he is. Absolutely shot to bits, mate. Finished.
Yeah.
So realistically, honestly, I was thinking about this yesterday with Dillian Whyte. I don't have a clue who he fights. Honestly, does he just sit and wait? Now can they go? All right, fuck it, I'll go Ortiz then. Now that he's got a. Have you found the result yet, Luke?
Yeah,
for fuck's
unanimous
sake.
decision, 10 rounds.
There you go. So now that Luis Ortiz has won, maybe you could fight Ortiz in the summer. Because AJ's not till June, is it? June the 1st against Big Baby Miller?
No.
Why are you laughing? It's a great fight.
Who the fuck cares?
Mate, people are flying there from London to go to watch that shit. Can you imagine that?
But I don't get it.
just
AJ
not
doesn't want to go
interested.
to America because England's where boxing's at.
Yeah, no. For too long, heavyweights have been going to America for the big fight. We're the big
So
fights now. We're the money now.
I don't get it. So why are you going to America? Someone explain. Can you explain it to me, please?
No one can explain
Explain
it.
it to me, please.
No one can
He
explain
won't, he won't go there to fight to unify the belt, but he'll go there to fight some guy that's been hanging around stadiums who no one knew. I don't care what anyone says. All these boxing experts go, we've known about him, we followed his whole career. People do it all the fucking time. Like when Golovkin boxed Lemieux, everyone, all of a sudden he pops out of nowhere and everyone goes, yeah, we've seen his old... No, you ain't. Stop talking shit. Stop talking bollocks. Listen, I've been watching boxing for however many years.
You just said you don't watch boxing.
You know what I mean? Relative, right?
You sort of browse through
Yeah,
the
I'll
boxing,
browse through the boxing, yeah.
the boxing sections and the...
Things like this, it's the same as fucking Lemieux. None of you cunts had heard of him, so don't act like you did, because you fucking didn't. You've done research now and you know him. You didn't fucking know him 6 months ago. They've bought him to hang around stadiums, convince everyone he's good, he's beat up loads of his cousins, and they're gonna... Well, I said this months ago on that fucking radio show, I said, who's he boxing next then? And I said, no, he's not boxing any of fucking Fury or Wilder. They're going to bring someone over, he'll hang around the stadiums, and he's exactly what I said on the station. I'll try and get it back up. And I said, he'll just fight some random guy that they bring over.
Some random fat American.
And listen, I'm not saying it's not a good fight. He might catch him, he can obviously punch. Yeah, I'm not calling the result on it or anything. He can punch. Boxing, that can always happen. But... Listen, you lot, don't sit here and try and tell me that you've watched this guy's whole career and he is a legitimate... I don't care what you lot say. They've hung him around a stadium for a few months.
Whacked him on Soccer AM.
Whacked him on Soccer AM. Done what they've got to do to market him.
Yeah,
and then
on
convince-
Soccer AM, that's it.
That's it, they made it.
because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I'm bored of it, man. I just don't even care. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well,
I'm not even a I don't even think I'm a big complainer about these things, but I am now like, mate,
It's getting to the point where
it's just boring now.
And you know what? I have a really big fear. I have a big fear Tyson Fury, for all the accolades, not accolades, it's not the right word, the acclaim, after that fucking Wilder fight, every one of us were riding him. Like, we were riding his dick, we were like, it's amazing. No, it's true, let's have it right. Every one of us. The clips, the videos, the talk, the comeback, it's amazing. He's done. Don't get me wrong, it is amazing. But by not taking the rematch, he's in danger of doing what fucking Joshua's doing, which is his stock levels fucking depleting and plummeting because he's going to fight nobody.
I don't think that matters.
No, it does. You can't give me Fury Pulev. No bollocks.
Listen,
No.
AJ's digging himself such a hole that it doesn't matter what the others do. They're not going to make themselves look as bad as
No,
him.
I disagree. I disagree massively.
I think they can shut the door on him.
They can do.
For
That's what I'm saying. I'm
real
saying he's shutting the door on
hard,
himself. I'm saying he's doing it to
Oh
himself.
yeah, but they have a chance to do the rematch.
Yeah, they
shut
could-
the door,
yeah.
and then he is totally out,
Them
and
two
then no one
them
can
two
say,
just dominate the division and then go away, mate. So, no one cares about
See,
you.
this is-
Go and fight the other fucking top 10 contenders
Yeah.
that have been hanging around outside stadiums.
All your mandatories and that. I had a thing where I was like, let me put my my intelligent head on and try and read between the lines, and
It's
maybe
gonna take a while.
your mum. How about
You, your mum.
Sorry, Mrs. Gray, I love you. How about Fury and Wilder have had a conversation and gone, if we do this at the end of the year instead of now, it literally takes another year out of Joshua's career, and it goes
The
on.
older he gets, the weaker he gets, the easier it is for me and you.
Well, maybe it catches up his what was it Big Baby Miller said? What was the wording he used about being exempt from one or two tests or something. There's stuff going on. Who knows? He's
Oh yeah.
You read all that? He's exempt from 1 or 2. He's not signed up to VAR testing. There's lots of things.
I think Fury is fronty enough to do that as well. Ring him up one day. Who's this random number? Hello, it's me. How you doing?
He rung AJ before, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's fronty enough to go. Yeah. Tell you what we should do. Me and you. We'll just fuck the system. This
is what I'm thinking. Is it possible? Is it beyond the realms of possibility? Wilder and Fury have realised.
I love that phrase.
If they box
beyond the realms of possibility.
Is it beyond the realms of possibility that the rematch is at the back end of this year, which gives them another couple of tick over money fights? Because Fury's getting paid now. Don't matter who he boxes, he's getting paid with this new ESPN deal.
Man's getting paper.
Man is getting bread, fam. So, if he has a couple of knockover jobs and then rematches Wilder in the meantime, in the end of the year. In the meantime, Wilder knocks off Brazil, probably, no drama, and they stay away from Joshua. They freeze him out. He doesn't get the money fights. He's still going to make good money on DAZN boxing, fucking butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers. But it's an intelligent way of going. You know what? Fuck him. We'll do it our own. But has that happened, or is it Fury that's now gone? Mate, I'm getting paid too much to care about the belts. Do you know what I mean? If you
that'd be great though, wouldn't it?
If I can fight you for like 20 million,
so I get that.
Or fight the champion over here for 20 million. But I can keep knocking over your standard. It's like it's hard to blame Joshua, right? If Joshua can get the same money fighting nobodies, why is he going to fight someone that really isn't 50-50? What's the motive?
You're going to offer me. I said this to you, didn't I? You offer me 5 million to fight Cheeky Grant again, but then you offer me 20 million to fight Geezer boxing my debut again. Yeah. Like, fuck it, give me the Geezer boxing my debut. I'm gonna get 4 times the amount of money in it.
Yeah.
Or I could fight.
But that's why it concerns me.
Money. Like, that's probably why he's gone to America. And I actually think they claim that he's got better money for this fight. I don't think that's true.
Who? Joshua?
Yeah, I see a claim.
I think Joshua's going to make big money.
He got X amount of millions for going to America for this fight. He would have got a quarter of that or something to fight Wilder. I think that's bullshit.
That is bollocks.
I see that somewhere. And I thought that can't be true.
I'm not having that.
I get it if it is true. Like that. Hence my comments, but I just don't think it's true.
That's where I think the danger comes in. I get if that is what it is, but then Fury's gonna. You have to be careful.
Why have you got glitter from Claire's accessory?
Do you think it's mine, bro?
Yeah, definitely. It's literally in your zone.
My zone.
This is your zone.
My man's. Well, it should be. Zone. Apparently, they cleaned the floor when I wasn't here without my permission. So that's the mother and the mother.
How are you complaining
the wife and the mother-in-law.
How are you complaining?
I didn't give permission for them to enter.
Right, you live the life of O'Reilly.
I know. Go on, Rich. It's the first person who ever said that. It's possible that Fury boxes himself into boredom the way Joshua has done. Is my concern. So, time will tell. Time will tell. Would you have liked to see the rematch now, Lou?
Yeah, I think it's just
to watch a good fight though.
Yeah, but it's just. Yeah, but they've had that one. So where are they going to go from that? There's no more up from that. They're only going to go back down.
I think they're being tactical.
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it?
Method to the madness. Yeah, there's definitely method to the madness.
I think it's to do with AJ. I honestly believe they're freezing AJ out for the year, and then the mandatories will start popping up for AJ, and they will never ever need AJ if they don't want to. And this is where it comes back to the bullshit about all the belts. There's too many belts. Like, if there was one champion, they couldn't do this, could they?
No.
There was one champion. A contender and a champion couldn't freeze out everyone else because eventually a mandatory is going to be called. It's going to change. But while there's 5 belts, if we include the IBO, which I know some people don't, but some people reckon that the WBA regular is worth more than the IBO. They're drunk. Manuel Charles is a WBA regular champion, right? Does anyone ever remember him? Nope. But they still mention because AJ's got the IBO belt. Like, there's too many anyway. It needs to be 1 or 2 belts. Someone needs to shoot Solomon, like WBC. Fucking dead off Mendoza. Not Mendoza, who's the fucking WBA? I don't know. I'm so sick of it, mate. How everyone keeps greasing their palms, and it's disgusting. It's ruining boxing, bro. It's absolutely ruining boxing. Let's move on. It was a good rant. I like that one. Did you enjoy it?
That was nice. That was nice.
What else is on there?
Everyone agrees, like, listen, just fight each other. But
I was going to tweet that the other day. Unpopular opinion, there are too many belts in boxing. Oh, no way.
Everyone agrees with that.
Is there anyone who's a boxing fan and goes, why don't they? Do you know what? There should be more belts. I haven't seen the WBA
people that
silver, platinum. Yeah, it's ridiculous, mate.
Lou's got a partition going to bring back the challenge belt.
A partition or a petition? He's got a partition going.
You're gonna bug me off.
Let me cross my name off. No belt for Lou.
Fucking hell, look, I put topics and we've ranted about... We just included them, really. Alright, I want to talk about James DeGale, Carl Froch, because it was in the news this week. Is Carl Froch a parody of himself?
Oh.
Is he doing it on purpose? Just to be as big a cunt, more so than he's been his entire career.
Damn, your face.
The fucking bent nose, now plastic nose, fucking arrogant piece of shit cunt that they call Carl Froch. Honestly, can he get any worse? The man is a fucking embarrassment. How many? Let's have it right. How many top British fighters, retired world champion, honour victory in front of 80,000 people, and was not a negative word said about him?
Yeah.
Honestly, he's in a select club. Hay got battered on his debut, on his retirement fight.
Yeah.
DeGale lost, Groves lost, Hatton lost. All of these greats, whether you want to call them greats, don't your arse, Lou?
No, it's the chair.
The jeans. You know, these great British fighters all finished not the way they want to finish, except him. So why is he so bitter? Like, what's he mad at? Who's he angry with that he has to cuss off, like, fucking abuse everyone?
He's just a cunt. It's like,
maybe it's for this reason, so people keep talking about it.
Well, everyone you hear speak about it say that that's just what he's like. He does it just because
he's just
he can.
Yeah.
Just a cunt.
I just think he's a piece of shit. I think he's from a piece of shit family as well.
Why?
I think they're just all like it. His brother, look at his brother's face. Oh, mate. Look.
I know his dad.
And he's got a brother. He's got a brother called Wayne, isn't he?
He's got a brother called. It might be
Wayne and Lee.
Got a young brother called Luke as well.
Wankers, mate.
I bet his dad. His dad's lovely.
Yeah. So what happened to his son?
Even his dad don't talk a lot. I don't think.
Oh, there you go. I wonder. Son, why are you a dickhead? you look like you know more about this than you're willing to say. Look at his face.
I get on well with his dad.
Right, let me stop it. Beep. Go on, what's happening? You can't divulge the Froch.
No.
You're not looking family.
No.
Is he not Jeremy Kyle?
Jeremy Kyle.
And then here we have Carl Froch's father. All right, we'll put a pin. That's a bit weird one. That one. How do you know people in Nottingham?
I don't.
You don't know anyone outside Brentwood?
You know where I got married in Turkey?
Yeah.
We went on holiday there like 3 or 4 times with the missus, and his family's been there.
Oh,
and then the first time I went there, someone was like, "Yeah, we know a guy that used to box, and his son's a boxer." I was like, "Oh yeah." They was like, "Have you heard of Carl Froch?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "That's his dad. He likes a bit of boxing." And then we just turned up, and every year we turned up. They were there at the same time, and got on really well. We went on a booze cruise together.
Do you have a WhatsApp group just like with memes of Carl? Like,
No, I don't send to his family. Like, get on with. Yeah, no, I don't.
No, okay. In all honesty, the guy's career, he fought absolutely everyone. I don't want to see his Facebook profile.
I've not got him on Facebook. He has Facebook.
I will never understand why the bit. Like, look at Andre Ward, how he carries himself in retirement. Never a negative word about anyone. See, Groves got a little bit. He was a bit rude about DeGale, but then he reined it in when DeGale retired. He was like, you know what?
Look at his dad. He's a tank.
Blah blah blah.
His dad is an absolute tank. Shout out Carl's dad. He's a nice geezer. He's a fucking tank.
He looks like where you in.
Yeah, he does.
I apologise.
There is a photo of me standing next to him, right? And he just towers over me. He's about 60 odd as well. He's in good shape.
No, honestly, I'm really confused by why Carl Froch is like that, man. He doesn't have to be like he has. There should be no negatives on his career. Like he did it all. He lost.
He brings it on himself, like that.
Yeah.
But he brings it on himself.
I just don't understand what his motivation is.
I loved watching Carl Froch's career, there was just something about him though. When he talked, you thought,
"You're a wanker."
Why would you say like after Groves put him on his arse in the first fight? You know, he gave it a good go, like belittling him, and I was like, why?
What, like, he took you to school for a few rounds.
Just admit that.
Absolutely,
admit
to the right hand.
Just get out and be like, fuck me, I was getting a pounding, man. Good job I landed that shot because I was getting fucked. Why can't a lot of fighters like that ain't just him. All fighters get out. I weren't. The whole world watched you. Don't stand like Bambi, you silly bastard. He was definitely hurt.
I remember watching the gloves are off with him, and I think it was the push and pull about of it. You know I'll tell you what it was. Do you remember when Sky did that series? It was quality. It was round table, and it would be all the middleweights or all the super middleweights. It was fucking
like
brilliant.
Barker,
Barker, Murray, Macklin, all the fights that never happened, but they had won.
All the guys are pretty good, but not the best.
Maybe Froch weren't on that one. Maybe I'm chatting shit. Anyway, he was sitting in the black room with Johnny Nelson.
Froch is better than all of the people you just mentioned.
But they were all middleweights, Rich.
Yeah,
it might have been a. I can't remember. It was Froch or Johnny Nelson either way, right? And they're talking about in his local area, how he's like famous and things like that, and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I go out of town to go to B&Q because there's just too many people want to get pictures with me. Proper like screwing his face up, angry at people. Like,
I've heard he's a bit. When you see him out, or you see him at the boxing, I've heard he's not.
He won't talk. He won't get.
Not too,
maybe since he's got his new nose, he's nicer like in person. Who knows? But it just.
Who knows? Who knows?
Quite proud
Talking
of
of new noses, Lou, man.
What?
That still ain't straight. Look,
why does it need to be straight? He's a boxer.
No, but no, because I remember the day it happened.
Who done it?
That was in one of your fights. Was it your last fight?
No, that was sparring.
Was it? What,
yeah,
heads?
Billy Allington.
Was it headbutt?
Yeah, we were sparring. He didn't even. It wasn't even like he meant it. He just rolled out, and I was just sort of there. And as he's come up through the top of the head guard, just bang.
Straight up.
Week
We should put a photo
before my debut.
I'm gonna put a photo of this on Twitter. Like, it is
You can't just zoom in on his hoot up.
Okay.
Yeah, week before
Just put Danny Connor's nose up.
Yeah, a week before my debut.
It's not
And I
that
got out and Gary went, I think that's broken. And I went, no, Gary, don't say that.
Yeah.
I've
No, stay
got my debut next week.
Stop zooming in on his face. It's a bit romantic. Look, it's like a.
And
Mate.
and then my nose
Dreamy
filled up,
eyes.
like my nose polyps, like the pockets of air in your nose, filled up. I couldn't breathe.
Did you have black eyes?
Like,
Oh, not really.
it did, but I managed to just. It
Makeup.
didn't look. No, I didn't actually have makeup. It didn't look too bad, but then obviously I boxed and I got it. Did get nutted
Yeah.
in the fight as well, and it blew up again. I got a picture on my phone where my face was skinny and my nose was like.
Look, you're in like an elite group of people I know that have got the twistedest noses, man.
Twistedest.
Twistedest.
What? It's not that bad, man.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I know the light's bouncing off it in that photo.
The nose is dodging the light. What are you on about? Have you seen The Mask where he goes like and he moves his side? The top and the front have stayed still, in the middle is like slipped out of the way.
It's a pro boxer's nose, mate. Be proud of it.
Yeah.
You were due to fight Saturday. We'll probably touch on it now. Next Saturday.
Yes. Yeah.
Next Saturday, not yesterday. Next Saturday.
MTK show. Yeah.
MTK show, which is headlined by your gym mate. Can I say our gym mate? I can't. Can I? I haven't been there for too long. ID Hill challenging Mikey Saki. Both honestly good friends of mine. Like really good friends. Completely different in styles. Should be a great fight.
I think it's going to be.
But you were due to fight on it, and you're not now. Neither's Jack Healy, right?
No, Jack's not fighting on it either.
Any reason you can divulge, you or?
For me, personally, obviously I've just come back, so I just literally got into it. You know, we had like a week and a half, and then you were there. Then we went out to Spain and started camp, and my body just took a little bit longer to get back into it than what I thought it would.
Yeah.
Sort of, I like a little bit of a tear in my bicep
injuries and shit.
and just little niggly things that were just hampering my training and things like that.
Yeah.
So that was sort of a little reason, but then the other reason is as well I'm like supported really well by like Charlton Football Club, the fans, and their game got moved as well to like a 5:30 kickoff.
Oh really?
So I normally box. I'm normally close to opening on the MTK shows. So obviously they were going to watch the game at 3:00. Get down, they'd be there, and then that got put. So it was all ticket sales and things, and I was like, I stayed up all night on the Wednesday, I think it was, before we said on the Thursday, like I spoke to Lee. I couldn't sleep, and just, you know, I love boxing, but I'm only going to box. You know, don't get me wrong, we're not in this for loads of money.
Yeah,
there's not loads of money.
Generally,
in it,
you
but
don't make loads of money.
Yeah.
yeah, not the general perception everyone has about professional boxing.
Weird.
But
you don't want to be paying to fight like a lot of boys are doing. That's why
I could have. The thing was, I could have sold the tickets to
break even.
pay whoever break even, but you know, at the end of the day, I've got things. So there's nothing wrong with staying in the gym. You never, you don't lose anything by staying in the gym. You gain. I've gained a lot. Over. Yeah. I've still been in the gym. Do you know what I mean? Training.
Well, you were looking good when I was. Obviously, I've been on days for 5 weeks now, but you were looking good then. Like you were looking sharp. You're getting that fucking strength was coming. You're looking good. So it's only going to be a positive, isn't it? Staying in the gym with Gal.
100%. I'm training. With like ID. He's fighting for the Southern area, and I'm in my career I'm nowhere near fighting for a Southern area. So to get that sort of experience against someone,
Even though you told me you was whooping him the other day.
Such a liar.
ID don't listen, don't worry. Someone tell ID so he knows.
Yeah.
I'll tell him myself next week, and then tell him that Richie was lying as well when Richie's in the change room with us.
Fuck it, we look.
Are you going? You're going to the show, but you got a ticket, or is Lee?
That's if I'm allowed in after you fucking tarnish my whole boxing world.
How did I tarnish it?
By beefing on everyone.
I just asked the question, bro.
No,
Lee
still.
I need to message Lee. You heard the pod, yeah.
He'll still hook me up, man.
Lee, yeah, I'm gonna message Lee today, actually.
I'm gonna have a fucking gang of utes outside waiting for the commentators.
I mean, yeah.
Boys, just go for the fronts. Just go for the front.
I want to be there. I do want to be there. It'll be my first show since December the something, like 1st, I think.
It'll be my first show since...
Long time. You haven't been to a show for a long time, yeah. Mine was December.
Mine was probably your call with you when I got blood splattered on my face.
That was when Linus was winning box Taylor Jones. Yeah. Last night we didn't go Goodwin, but Kurt Garvey beat Miles English.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I saw it was close, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard it was close, but I heard...
Shout Adam Martin.
I was about to say, I was chatting with Adam Martin last night. For people that don't know Adam Martin, he's got Kirk, he's got Jamie Carley, he's got a few others, but he's just a genuine gentleman of a man, like really, really nice man.
Crazy,
he's been through a lot of shit. He's put it on his social medias. I'm not sort of divulging anything people don't know. He's been through a lot of health concerns and stuff, but I like Miles Shinkwin. I don't know Kurt Garvey personally, but I'm really happy for Adam Martin.
That's how I felt as well, just because Adam's such a good gauge. I speak to him from time to time.
Yeah.
Because of the way he is, you want him to do well.
He was one of the few, as soon as I put up about Fight Talk, he messaged me, is the pod still going? Like, a lot of people straight wanted to know about the podcast. They don't care about the other stuff, and that's cool. Like, but the podcast, a lot of people listen to it, and he was one that reached out straight away. So honestly, I'm really happy for him, and I'm glad they got the win. What does Miles Shinkwin do now?
He's at his level, isn't he?
English is his level. Maybe
so
a rematch.
What?
Maybe.
So what?
Yeah, no, there's no shame in it.
So what?
Like,
people do that. I lost. Where does he go?
No shame. But does he carry on?
Fights and have another go.
No, but he's had a lot. It's not like he's sort of.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the first time he reached that and then fell short.
It's just the thing that everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean it to sound like a negative thing. Like he got beat off Jake Ball, who Spider blew the fuck out of there. Like there are levels in boxing, and it's as simple as that. And I think Miles' level probably is English, kind of thing.
If he wants to carry on, then.
Ain't it weird? Andre Sterling beat Kurt Garvey for the Southern area. And then straight away he got to fight for the English and wins that. It's crazy. Boxing's a mad thing. Lose for the Southern area, win the English. So essentially, is he further along than Andre Sterling? But Sterling won a British title eliminator against Ricky Summers, didn't he? But boxing's a crazy game, man. If you stay fit and stay ready and take fights, there's no. How many times have we said there's no shame in the defeat? And Kurt Garvey's the proof. So yeah, fucking congratulations.
That's the reason as well. You've always got to be ready.
Congratulations.
Shout out to the boys that just fight anyone though.
Yeah, shout out to the boys that fight anyone.
Too many fussy boys out there.
Mm-hmm.
Fussy about who they fight.
They don't want a southpaw.
Even in their learning fights. Like, do you want to fight or do you not like fighting? Do you want to fight? Has he got 2 arms
or has he got 1? If he's got 2, I don't really want to.
Has he been ill recently in the last 6 months? Can I have his medical records just to check it? Honestly, I've heard some crazy shit.
He has won a fight in England once. Nah, I don't want him.
I've heard some shit from managers who have gone, mate. Literally, boys just won't fight.
This is an issue that needs to be. If you should say to the boys, right? Listen, I would say it. Listen, if you lose at this level, you need to ask some questions anyway. Do you know what I mean? Or you've something you need to be doing that you ain't. You can't be complaining when you're fighting journeymen. Do you know what I mean? Like, just take. They're there for a reason. Like, you're like picking this guy's going to come to lose or this guy's going to come to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Just get over it. Fuck me. If you're worried about fighting a guy that's had 20 and 1-2, what are you going to be like when you actually get a guy that's come to win?
Yeah.
With a positive record. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's not even about losing to these guys, alright? It's okay to lose to them, actually. That's unfair. But if you're complaining about having to fight someone with a record of 20, alright, he's had 25 and he's won 8. Oh, I don't know, that's a lot of fucking wins, isn't it? He's nearly got a 33% win rate there.
Yeah, but what do you expect?
What do you expect? What if you was to play football, would you only play a team that never won?
Yeah, you're right.
I know you're on your way up, but maybe if they had more... Oh, listen, we can't go through this kind of shit again. I was going to say, maybe more contenders just fight each other and weed out who's who earlier on.
No,
mate, honestly...
You can't go through that. I don't know if they do this in all countries. There was an article in Boxing News, I see, with Van Pooch in there.
Mm-hmm.
He was in America.
And one of the Americans was like, look at his record.
Because they don't have it there.
They don't understand the concept of a Lewis Van Pooch. Like, one of the guys put, mate, imagine being this much of a bum, won 9 fights out of 100 or something, or whatever it is.
So do these people actually think that he's gone there to win 100 times and only won 9?
I'm guessing that...
You could be really, really shit. If you had 100 fights, you're likely to win a few. Do you know what I mean? Even if you were shit. And these journeymen ain't. They're making it happen.
Well, the thing is, these journeymen, if they really wanted to turn it on.
Some of them
do.
Not all of them. No, I've heard him speak about it before. He said sometimes he goes, I go and have a go, and then I'm like, actually, no, I don't fancy that with this boy. He's admitted that himself, and they all probably will. Like sometimes they think, you know, fuck it, I feel like having a bit of fun tonight.
Look at Jamie Spate. He's talking to the opponent the whole time. He'll get a jab and go, oh, good jab. And he starts fucking about with them, and because he's so intelligent, he knows how not to get hurt against these level guys. He gives them the rounds.
I had it in my first fight. That guy was doing it.
I heard about 6 months ago he was losing the title because he was meant to box Ryan Wheeler for it. Remember Ryan Wheeler down Swindon or Bristol or something?
Yeah.
That fight didn't happen, and as far as I know, I might be wrong, but he's still got the title on 21 losses in a row or something.
Mad, isn't it?
Mad.
What a game.
And the people he's lost to would be Southern area contenders now. Ramez Mahmood, Ryan Walker, that kind of guys that he's lost to would be wanting to fight for them titles.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Strange.
It is strange. Don't tell me boxing ain't bizarre. Yeah, weird, mate. The same Southern area council that didn't let Cordona fight against Linus for the Southern area title, even though he just fought for the Southern area against Taylor Jones in the summer.
And did alright.
Yeah, he lost by he lost by 2 points or something. Strange, man.
Gave all sorts of nightmares early on.
Maybe there's a reason that we don't know about. That's what you'd like to think. There's some reasoning behind it that we are not made aware of, because it's not like they ever come out public. You know, when they release their circulars, the board, they don't really give reasons. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we're making this fight and this fight, and then this and this, but we're not going to tell you why we didn't accept this or this or this.
Because he gave us £500 and he paid for my family to go on holiday to...
What are you saying?
No, I don't know if that happens there.
Like, Jamie Carley was fuming. Like, so when Mikey Saki stepped in at short notice to fight Sheer Ozgul, he was put forward and the board turned him down.
I'd like to see Jamie and...
But Jamie beat Mikey Saki. Mate.
I'd like to see Jamie
I heard that he wants that after...
Jamie wants it, yeah. I spoke to Jamie back in the last year. Top bloke, Jamie, and he wanted that Southern area, but... Yeah. I mean, I think him and ID is a fight. Because they're
Jamie.
just... But yeah, Jamie and ID, they're just going to meet
Jamie's
in the
work rate's better. ID, I think, hits harder. ID's got a fucking good chin. Not that I've ever seen Jamie rocks. Yeah. He's a cracker.
That's a great fight.
I see Jamie sticking it on ID.
But I'm not saying I want ID to beat Mikey, because I love them both. They're both good friends of mine.
All three of them are good.
They're all good people, man. They're all good people as well. I like them all personally, and I like all their styles. That they're different, and they should gel well.
I like Oscar's attitude as well. Even since he's had his title, he's lost his title. He's still
went and boxed Victor Postol.
You still see him. He's still on social media. He's always like, "Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm going to be back." He's always positive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I haven't seen that. I don't think I've got him.
He's always positive. He's grafting, and he does just like fighting. He does just like fighting.
Oh,
you can see he's that kind of guy.
Oh, you could see from the fight he had with Saki that he was.
Yeah.
Don't really.
I don't think he can punch, but he's got good work rate. But you know, ID hasn't got a good work rate as Osgood, but he can whack. Believe it or not, despite he's not got a high knockout ratio, but he's got heavy hands, like hard hands.
And he throws awkward stuff.
Yeah.
Awkward stuff.
It's like the downer cut, the tent peg.
The downer cut.
Yeah.
Hammer fist.
The tent peg.
Superman.
Some real awkward shots that you don't really see many people throwing. Like, he can throw them.
The quadruple right uppercut. From long range.
He did refuse to spar with me when I was in the gym, though. Apparently they didn't want it too much.
Yeah, I want to get injured.
Well, Lou did as well. They all did. I came and I took that gym over. You saw Gary sending the messages like, Jesus Christ, I wish Sam was a pro. Fucking hell. Isn't that the truth? You were there. I mean, I hurt.
Sorry, yeah, that is the truth.
Gary listens to this.
I love Gary. Does he listen?
Yeah.
Gary's a fucking hooligan. You told me he was the nicer Wilkie brother, and he was treating me like I was one of these lot. I'm like fucking nearly dying. He's like, come on.
He loves that I've got a dog named after him.
Is it named after him? Is that why you picked Gary?
That's why he kept it.
I can't wait to tell Gary I've got a dog called Gary.
Now, honestly, I think I'm moving back tonight. I'm working tonight, but it looks like my job's moving back, and I'll be back in the gym, beasting you lot, smashing you to smithereens, bending your nose back where it used to be.
Straightening noses left, right, and
centre. Put back. So
straightening noses left, right, and centre. Yeah.
Now, hopefully that'll be happening. Obviously, because you lot were so early, I didn't get a chance to check that the computer way of recording this is working, so we're just recording it on a dictaphone. There are 0 breaks, there are no breaths, there are no stops, there are no pisses, there are no pauses, right? So we've got to remember what we were going to talk about after this. Can you remember?
Do you have a list?
I do, but I want to know how
I do, yeah.
I do. No, I do.
How can you go
where's
from
your list?
My G, Man's gonna check the list. I do.
No, I do. But I want to know where your list is. Why do you just turn up here early? No, not fucking. Do you know what this guy does to me every time? Every time. I go, Rich, do you want to come to this show? He goes, who is it? Where is it? Who's fighting? What time to start? When's the first bell? I said, pick up your phone, you prick.
All right.
Do some research. But if I don't invite him, he abuses me. Oh, just went on your own, did you? Just turn out on your own. Didn't you? Tell the truth.
I do that a lot. He goes, I'm going to the show on Saturday. The fuck was my invite?
Yeah. But then I tell him, he wants me to fucking spoon feed it to him. Here you go, babe, it's a 5:30 start, it's Goodwin's show, and he's... Honestly.
That's what I want. I want you to say, right, it's a good
Fuck
show.
off, I don't work for you, I'm not your PA.
You're the leader of the pack.
Did you not know this when you signed him up?
I didn't, no.
You're supposed to be the leader of the pack.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You need to provide... If you want this...
I'll say it now in
You want me
public.
to provide this service to you?
You're providing me a service.
Service.
I'll say it now in public. I'm wanting to go to MTK on Saturday.
Yeah.
Providing Lee lets us in.
No, don't say us. He will let me in, maybe not you.
What did I do wrong? Okay, and the week after is Goodwin, Linus, and who's the other? There's a very good fight.
Yeah, who's on it?
No, there's a very good fight. Southern area. Oh, no, Dwayne Sinclair, Jordan Joseph, but isn't... Fuck, my head's gone now. Goodwin had 3 weekends in a row of lots of different title fights, so my head's gone. But 16th is a good show. So I'm looking at going to them 2 in a row. Goodwin, MTK next Saturday, Goodwin the week after. So I'll let you know now. If you want to get fucking ordered up and booked in, get it sorted, right?
We're going MTK, hopefully.
Hopefully. And then Goodwin, hopefully.
And then Goodwin, I'll let you know.
Right.
That's what I was Gary if I'm allowed.
That's what I want to talk about. Floats, right?
Yeah.
So young, small hall boys getting their opportunities on these big shows. Bradley Smith was on Matchroom last night. He boxed before the cameras turned on. And Chris Congo was due to box last weekend at the... Was it last weekend? Yeah, Eubank de Gale, yeah.
Eubank de Gale.
And he didn't box. Now, I was there when he boxed on a Eubank, I think it was Abraham, and he boxed literally like 11:30 at Wembley Arena. I have major problems with it, right? If you take UFC as your model, yeah, you have... This is our... they're called the Fight Pass prelims, which basically... It's the non-televised stuff. You have to be a premium member. Then these are our prelim fights, and then these are our main card. There is a specific order set out the week before. Fight 11, 10, 9, all the way up to 1. That's it. If every fight finishes in first round knockout, guess what happens? They fill. They fill the time, but they show you the promos of them. You're right there, Rich. Nearly, nearly smashed himself in the chin. They fill the time by showing the promos for the main event. That's all you're there for. Like, the people that are tuning in on television are there for the main event. So it doesn't matter if you show them the same promo 4 times and it takes half an hour and the pundits then talk again. It doesn't matter. No one cares because we're still buzzing for the main event.
People do get pissed off with that though.
Let them. I'm sorry. It should never be a case where...
You hear people go, oh, they're milking this build-up.
Don't care.
Yeah, but
don't
people
care.
Sit home to say, oh,
Don't
like
make a
this.
comment.
But you've got a guy who's trained 8 weeks.
Exactly. That's my problem.
Milk the build-up or can someone.
Yeah.
Or,
Now, Chris Congo didn't get to boxing and neither did Seb Eubank, right?
No. Yeah.
But they could have worked it. I don't care how... There was 25 minutes between Joyce and then the main event. And that Joyce finished in, what, the 5th, 6th round?
Yeah.
So what if it had gone 10? There would have been like literally 0 time. I'm at a loss with how this is still happening today, where Congo had a specific sponsor come on for that. They paid $3,000 in seats, and they gave him this to see him box. Didn't happen. I don't know what happens now. People will go, oh, he gets his fight purse. Yeah, that's fine, but what about the sponsors? What about what he's trained for?
Yeah.
What about the fact that he won't get a higher ranking to fight for a title now? It's not good enough to go, he still gets paid.
I feel sorry for Congo as well because he's had a lot. Like he's had these fights penciled in, like the Louis Green fight.
Louis Green got canned on a week or something. He's had a lot of bad luck, but I just don't understand how in this day, like in 2019, boxing doesn't move forward. Oh yeah, we have our live floats. If they happen, great. If they don't, sorry. Like same, Cody didn't get to box at Wembley a few years ago. Do you remember?
This happens all the time.
This isn't good enough.
But that's a great fight. Pioneer, you've seen him
Pioneer and Congo.
And you want to see what Congo can do to him because then it can build something down the line if they wanted to do that. Which
it was not only was whoever put that 4-round debutant of that ABA winner. Listen, and I've seen obviously the boys on New Age spoke about it last week, and I don't want to steal their thunder, but I agreed wholeheartedly with what Martin said, and I'd actually tweeted that as well. I'm not bothered. All right, he's got an army following. That's great, but they would have been there with him.
Yeah.
As a fan watching a 4-round debutant of cruiserweights with limited skill sets, that is how I perceived it. Yet Chris Congo, was a member of the British team, Great Britain team. Yeah. He could be he's fighting Painter, who we know because we've just seen him go life and death with Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Whoever put that on in front of that was ridiculous. But to this day, I don't understand how they're afloat not fighting. Something has to change. That it ain't good enough.
Yeah, but you also had on ITV4 before the actual main show.
There was an hour.
Yeah, Kakachi on there.
Kakachi, yeah.
But you're not telling me for like he brought a ton of people over from Ireland. So
did we have was it me and you had the conversation about the live streams affecting ticket sales for boys as well and stuff like that? That needs to be looked at as well, I think. Because like I said, I think I put all this on Twitter. If you've got a boy that sells 250 tickets and you put him on a live stream, he's going to lose 50 sales like that. It's absolutely fine. He sells 250 tickets. Yeah. He still gets the fight. He still makes money. For the guy that only sells 80 tickets or 60 tickets, just covers his bills, so he hasn't got to pay anything. If he loses 20 tickets because it's 20 people going to watch a live stream, he now can't afford to fight. It now costs him money. Yeah, exposure's great, but there should sort of be, right, okay, we're going to charge, we're going to do, listen, Lou, you only sell 80 tickets, so it's better that we don't stream yours, so it's better for you, it's better for them, better for everyone. Yeah,
that's a good point. Maybe just instead of the entire 5-hour show.
Instead of live streaming a 5-hour show, because it's going to ruin
the main event.
You have the 2 main events and then the 8 and the 10 rounders if you want to have.
Or you film it all and you put them out as highlights the week after.
I like the live stream. Maybe. I like the live stream, but it needs to be as and when. It needs to be. Boys that sell tickets can afford to lose a few, and they'll appreciate having the exposure. The boys that can't sell tickets, it just costs them more tickets. But then, like I said. Yeah, but you're in a main event.
Yeah, it'll be main event, boy. No, but not always. Like
I said on Twitter, the problem. This is the problem. It depends how invested the companies are in their boys. Because at the end of the day, if Sam O'Reilly can't sell his tickets, fuck him. There's another boy around the corner that wants to be a pro, that wants to sell tickets. There's a new boy that's just signed a new contract, is excited about being a pro athlete, doesn't know nothing about the game, and he will sell tickets for me and come on my show.
Yeah.
Don't care how good you are. There's always another boy around the corner ready to sell tickets.
Yeah.
And it's. You know what?
I know your point.
Floats, you know what I mean? If I sold 300 tickets to my mates to come watch me box in a show, and then they didn't actually get to watch me box, what happens next time?
Well,
last time I paid the money, and you didn't even get the box.
No, you're 100% right. There's so many connotations of not being able to box, and it's, in my opinion, it's a myth that I don't understand how I'd rather be a main event or close to be a main event on a small hall than being a 5 PM fighter on a television show. Do you get my point? Like. Just because you get to box in the arena, like if they had a final way of putting Congo on, they put him on at 6 o'clock in front of 1,000 people in the arena. It's not actually televised. It's not on the pay-per-view. Has he gained anything extra out of that because he said he was on the Eubank the Gale undercard? I don't know. I don't know the answer. Like I said, he had a sponsor come on board for that reason. So maybe there is ground in it. There is, just by saying you're on the De Gale Eubank means it's better than saying I'm headlining the British Warriors. I don't know the answer, but. I just don't like it. I really, really don't like it that people are still in this day not getting to fight, sitting there with their gloves up for fucking 6 hours doing their warm up.
Dan Pooch did that the other day, didn't he? I think him and Rich Farn, isn't it? Is his trainer, yeah. He was supposed to be on second. He ended up being on at about fucking 11:45 or something. He was warming up because he's supposed to be on second. Oh, we have a couple more fights. Alright, cool. So he cools down but stays warm because he's in a couple more fights. So now he's warmed up for that. It's another hour now, 2 fights. Yeah. Roughly, if you're looking for 4-rounders. A couple more fights. And he's in my mind, I'm thinking, fuck me. So he would have started warming up before the first fight, and then he would have continually stayed
the entire show
for 6 hours. He'd have been jogging on the spot, and getting ready to fight.
But who calculates? Because on that card where Congo's going to be boxing, you can't tell me someone went right. Well, Selby's going to do Douglas in 5 rounds because Selby's a massive puncher. He'll just get something else, Sam. Look, he has to have something.
He does something. I know. There's someone on the podcast listening to you fucking around with a toy.
Don't take it off me. I was picking another one up.
How many are there in there?
I'll just hit you. Right,
can you stop whacking the toys about one? Oh my god! Lucky I made like a brick. Fucking built like a brick shit house.
Rocks you there. I made like a brick. Who's rocks?
I'm slurring. Now I know your point. Who went? Alright, so we've got Joyce on, but he'll finish it in 1, or fucking Selby will go 12. It's true. You have to include them all as going 12. That's the distance. That's what you have to do. You have to take it at the worst.
Yeah, but if they go UFC don't go, nope. this is going to finish early.
What are they?
But they don't.
Fives?
They have
championships.
Championships are 5-5s. Last night, which I still ain't watched, by the way, so don't say nothing.
So
Oh, have you not?
No, I beg you don't. No, because I was gonna. Please don't. Honestly, I'll cry. Don't.
What fights do you?
Nothing. No, don't worry. I watched the prelims. I watched all the prelims. They got up to 3 AM.
Conor McGregor beat Chuck Liddell.
He did. Yeah. Chuck Liddell, you know. No, but you're right though, because they on the prelim bit they have a specific 3 fights. This is the order. That's how they run. And if they end early, then we have 40 minutes before the main card starts. We'll show you highlights from the night, the rest of the night.
So basically, this is the time that the main
set.
event's on, and
Yes.
nothing's changing.
Nothing changes.
Everything's around that.
Everything's around
There's
it.
3
And this
fights
is your
building
fight
up.
order.
You've got 3 fights building up. That's what you've got.
But if you're interested in that fight, you know exactly the order they're going in. Literally, it's very. Do not be googling who wins.
So
No, I'm not.
So if this fight starts at 5 o'clock and it's X amount,
They don't essentially do it by. Well, they do.
No,
do
yeah.
it
Let's
by time.
just go. Just in our chain of events. So they're going to say, right, he's first, he's second, he's third.
Yeah.
He's got an allocated 1 hour, if you like, to his walkout, fight, few interviews, blah blah. If it ends in round 1, they still allocate that hour to just chatting shit until it comes to the right. It's the next person's allocated hour.
Yeah.
So effectively, my promotional bill is buying myself an hour.
Yeah.
An hour of just whatever.
Yeah. And do you know where they're lucky? What they can do, which not all boxing could. I mean, Sky could, but if their fights will go early, they can then show you a promo for their next event. A promo for tonight.
Why can't boxing do that?
Well, no, ITV, for example, couldn't because they ain't got another pay-per-view booked in or another show booked in. Do you know what I mean? But a Sky could. They'll do a little promo. Literally, a little 5-10 minute promo of the main event is for the next show, and they're building themselves all the time, and it's fucking superb because you're never watching it. What are you doing there, mate?
I'm showing him how they set it out.
This isn't the fucking results, is it?
No. Look, it's just a fight card. How they put it all together.
It's like Street Fighter when you.
So yeah, look, this is the order of the fights. That way,
if she beats her, she then fights him.
No, it's not a fucking round
I'm
robin.
joking.
But you go in every single UFC event. Go in knowing the order of fights.
Fuck Wolverine.
And they don't move
Zabit,
around. They don't
Magomed
move
Sharapov.
around.
Yeah, Magomed Sharapov. Yeah, that was the last fight I watched last night. What?
Sounds like a phone's vibrating.
Who's that? Oh, Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah,
Something I can't stand.
I watched his fight. Did you watch that fight?
Stand. Yeah.
Little Heathen.
Jeremy Stevens.
Magomed Sharapov beat him up.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
great.
it was great. And that was the last fight I watched because I went to bed because I had football at 10 o'clock this morning. Assuming you lot would turn up at 11:30, he's at my door at 11.
Okay, no, I went to bed just after the first prelim, Garbrandt versus, I can't remember who's moving.
Oh, I ain't seen that. Was that fun? Or was that a...
No, that was the next
on
one.
the main,
after,
I ain't watched that.
Tell me that ain't a dude.
The ciphers, yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway, you get. We're just talking about photos now that no one else is seeing. But you get the concept. That's the fight card. That's the order. Deal with it. And that's what boxing should move to. That is my 2 pence worth.
And it should
Stop
have
this
gone
shit.
to-
When you get a
as well.
promoter's license,
Yeah.
you can do what you want.
Should I get a promoter's license? How much do I have to have in the bank to start one up?
You need to pay like a deposit in case you try to rip all the fighters off.
Yeah, I got no
you
money,
can
bro.
pay.
That ain't working. I have no money. I got about £2.99 change somewhere, but yeah, no, I don't think
That
it's
might
gonna
get
work.
you.
Can't I just do it in goodwill? Like, trust me, mate. I'll just say trust me to everyone.
Trust me.
And I'm like, alright, I'll take your word for it. We're 53 minutes in, no breaks, hardcore, straight through, no fucking pausing about. I didn't actually put out for questions because didn't have time, you lot turned up, it was a lot of madness. But I did get 2 people message me and say, can you just talk about Fight Talk on the pod and sort of explain what it means, because a lot of people didn't get... I mean, I should have cleared it up. I said when I tweeted it, I said after 2 years, FightTalk.net is coming to an end. The website is 2 years old. Fight Talk itself, the platform that I started, is 3 years old.
What was you doing before the website?
Before the website, I started sitting here talking to a camera about fights. That's why I was.
Are they still online?
Yeah, they're still online. Some of them are pretty embarrassing. You know? I watched. Yeah, Fight Talk was just me. What's good, people? Samurai Lee. My name was Samurai Lee, not Sam O'Reilly.
Samurai Lee.
Yeah, Samurai Lee.
Samurai Lee.
Yeah, to the point where Dave Evans went, "You're Samurai Lee, ain't you?" And Dillian Whyte still calls me Lee to this day. He goes, "Oh, Lee was," and it's not Lee, bruv. Because when I first interviewed him, my Twitter handle was Samurai Lee. I'm like, that's Sam. Anyway, Samurai Lee. So yeah, I started doing Fight Talk, talking to the camera about interviews. Fell into interviewing by accident, met Dillian Whyte, and then interviewed Jack Healy. Was my first ever proper interview. I learned to do it. I learned it, and obviously I saw the gap in the small hall. So I did Dean Richardson, and the boys were desperate for interviews. Like, this is 3 years ago. No one was interviewing small hall boxers. That's the truth of it. Maybe they were, and I didn't see it. That's possible.
Still not a lot of people doing it now.
Well, I started.
Are you mental?
Not
I could drop out a dozen right now, and this is the reason.
Yeah, but talking about small people that have got no. People that are part of them cards. Or their fighters, they get interviewed. The people that are
a lot of people turn up just to interview one fighter.
So my idea then was, I'm going to go around gyms. I'm going to do post fights with all the small hall guys that are getting no coverage. They're getting no push, nothing, blah blah blah, and they're going to help with tickets. I'm going to do what I can. Listen, it's hard to get a following out of nowhere, is the truth. But I did all right. We grew, and then Craig Scott came on board, and me, Craig, and Adam decided to launch the website because Craig's a phenomenal writer, and we had people queuing up to write for us, and we put it out. You get press releases from all the promoters, and listen, I'm not people that do it, fair play to you. We didn't want to be one to put out press releases. Like, we've done it once or twice to keep content flowing, but you can have literally a dozen websites with the exact same article. It's what it is. They're press releases. So fair play. If that's your fucking how you want to do it, fine. Put the press releases up. But we didn't want to be like that. We wanted unique content, interviews and opinion pieces, and we carried it on like that. It got harder and harder to, obviously you pay for the website, you pay for the domain, you pay for all the things, pay to get to shows. It costs money, like nothing's free. And as everyone knows, we had one guy who wanted to back me. He put money in towards getting merchandise, t-shirts, he helped me with all that stuff. And then he ended up disappearing off the face of the earth. I found out what happened to him. You won't see him again for a long time, right? So that was 18 months, 2 years ago. Gary ate him, yeah. He was a good bloke. He liked what we did. Didn't happen, whatever. Cool. We carried on for over a year with no one. We did what we could. But then Craig gets offered a job by Boxing Social. He's put in ridiculous hours into the website, editing for free. Like, everything we do is costing us time, money, and then Boxing Social offer him a position where you can write for them full time every month, and he's too good to not get paid. Is my honest opinion of Craig. He's a wanker, but he's a good writer. You know what I mean? It's the truth. He's too good to not get paid. And Rob Tebbett saw that and poached him from me, and I can't be mad at it. It is what it is. If you can get paid out of boxing, and deservedly so, then why would you not? So I have not a bad word to say about that, apart from they're snakes. But you get my point, right? So realistically, we couldn't carry it on because it got to the point where we didn't have enough content going. The writers slowed down very quickly when they realised they're not getting paid for this. We had one or two that would still try and put out regular work. It then stopped being time. That Craig couldn't edit and do his own stuff. There's no time. It was more about time, and the money was still going down and down. That's why we decided the website wasn't, because it was up for exactly 2 years. It was up for renewal. You had to pay again and go again. So this was the time we had to make the decision, and it didn't work. Now with the YouTube, I've made no secret about the amount of platforms and stuff like that. And truth be told, I don't want to be, like I said, when I started 3 years ago, I was interviewing small hall boxers, and they loved it, and I loved it, and it was good. And I don't have the patience or the time, or maybe it's on me, maybe it's the drive, but when you go to interview a small hall boxer after a victory, and there are literally 6 platforms queuing up to interview him, I mean, this is a tiny market anyway. This is a niche fucking small hall boxing as it is, and now there's 6 of us wanting to interview the same boy. Like, you raps on TV, Tom Lyons, fair play, he's doing his bits. Fucking Southpaw Jab, Chris Wadhams, they're all doing well, and I won't have a bad word to say about them for wanting to do this. But then you're seeing these Boxing Domination and Boxing UK and
just the one that done Davis.
Yeah, it was the one that did Davis. When Fists Fly.
That good, was it? Davis's one.
It wasn't. When Fists Fly is another one. Fucking Grassroots Boxing, Box Hub. There are so many you could go on. And listen, it's on. Everyone's going to graft, and if they want to do it, they'll do it. And fair play. I don't have the patience to do that. It's to the point where I'm queuing for 40 minutes to interview one small hall boxer, missing all the boxing that's happening. That's not why I started this. So they're now getting the coverage that they deserve, the fighters, and that's cool. I haven't said no to interviewing fighters. I've had a couple of messages since then asking about certain things, and maybe I'll interview for someone else. You've even got to the point where IFL are now sending people to small hall shows. Umar, he's now and let me say this, he's improved a lot from when he interviewed Curtis Felix from Hammersmith and started talking about Lomachenko and Wilder after he's won a small hall fight. We gave him dogs abuse.
Davis's interview he just done, they asked him about fighting
Linus.
And Ashley Fearfame.
I know, absolutely bizarre.
That's absolutely bizarre.
Bizarre, mate. And this is the problem where the access is that. Didn't we have this last week, or when we spoke about it last? That there's so much access, anyone can turn up with a camera. But Umar, for IFL, the biggest platform in Britain, he's improved tenfold. Can't say negative. Massively. I think he's improved massively, and hats off to him for that.
You have to start somewhere.
You do. But he's also got the platform to do that on. Whereas this boxing domination guy, he might turn out to be the best interviewer in the country. I don't know. But you turn up there and you're talking about fighters that aren't in his way, and what's the point? What are you doing? Like, and how big can his following be?
It was almost as if he's just gone.
Can I get media here?
Let's see if I can get backstage, and then I'll do an interview or something just to make it look like I'm doing it. And he's just done it.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of felt sorry for him. Like after, I was thinking, mate,
what relevance?
That's what I mean.
He should have anything.
He should have gone into it. He should have gone in a little bit like, right, okay.
But we do all have to learn. So I don't know. It's really, really difficult. But I don't have the patience or the fucking drive to be one of many, many platforms. Is the truth. If I interview, I've had a couple of people message me. If I interview for someone else that are bigger, is what it is. Maybe that'll come off. Maybe I will. Maybe it won't work out for me. I don't know. But as of now, I'm not willing to be one of many when it comes to that. But we are going to take over the podcast game. Sorry, New Age. Just so you know, be on the ropes, your boys. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, Dwight. Love you, boys. But we're going to be more regular. We're gonna increase output and content. We're going to get new ideas. There's a couple of maybe not new ideas. We've tried some new ideas that we didn't like. Yeah, Terry.
Don't get upset.
Terry was one of the first that messaged me. Terry chap, love him to be, and Martin did. Do you know what they both did? Everyone knows how I feel about them boys. They're good men. But we want to increase our podcast. We want to get better. We want to improve. We've got ideas to do that. There's a few things in the pipeline, safe to say, but nothing concrete as of right now. So we're just gonna keep going, increase the content. Get better. Richie will still be like knocking about sites, looking all fucking that old Brentwoody with his fucking lovely little barnet and that. Look at that. And can I just say, I mean, I've abused you about the earring before, but what's going on?
That one's well good. I like this new one.
It's a black circle with. Is that a cross on it?
Yeah.
Did you join Slipknot?
Yeah. I like this.
You look like you're in heavy metal band like Steel Panther or some shit.
Man like Sam, leave me alone and that, yeah?
I wore cubic zirconias, mate. I have no shame. Argos is finest, £8.99 a pair.
I like it.
You do? Alright.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I don't care what you say.
I respect that. Luke, do you like it?
I'm not really a fan of the earrings and stuff. But if it suits Rich, then I'm all for it.
Does it suit him or does it make him happy?
Well, look at Richie's got a smile.
It makes me happy.
He's smiling.
Listen, no one punched me in the face. I'm always happy now.
Yeah.
I haven't been punched in the face for months.
He's smiling. He's got a woman and he's got Gary now, so he's sorted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got my horse, got my wife.
So that's the rundown of why Fight Talk wasn't going to continue. It is disappointing. It is gutting because I had plans, but then just the dilution and my lack of drive to be one of 8, 10, 12 platforms that are show interviewing fucking Davis Pagan or Lewis Smith. Like, I don't mean that insultingly, it's the truth. You're not growing, there's no following to have 8 people interview you. Like, even when like George Groves got interviewed his retirement and then you do another one, he did like 4 big interviews. Yeah. Like, I love George and I couldn't watch all of them. So
I think I only watched one.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It gets dilution, man. Dilution of the product becomes pointless because you're going to watch one. Who's going to sit and watch the same guy 6, 7 times? It's just.
And the thing is, most people are going to watch one or two of the same platforms. They're not going to go to the other ones.
So what I'm going to do,
maybe what Boxing Social, because
what I'm going to do, I'm going to get more and more fighters on here, regular, different fighters. I want to put it out to guys that I may not necessarily know as much, and I know it's weird because it's in my house, but I want to just come random geezer turn up. I mean, I didn't know Alfie Price before he came on. Do you remember Alfie? Come on the pod. He's like, yeah, sweet. So it is what it is, man. I mean, no one's going to rob me, you know. Some boxer walk in, alright, son.
Richard might need to bring Gary around.
Yeah,
sit him next to him.
Yeah, if we have a random fight, you might have to just put
Gary around.
Yeah, put Gary on the door.
I don't know if he'll fit in this room.
And cover him in pig's legs or whatever you give him.
Yeah,
mate.
But we are gonna increase output. Hopefully soon when we work it out timing and shit.
We will be putting that more.
We will be putting out more. We'll be putting out more regular, more guests, better guests. We don't want Lewis Smith on again. Fuck me, it doesn't bring a lot.
Bit boring, isn't he? He ain't really done anything. He just sits there with his twisted nose doing nothing.
I'm letting you two have the main stage.
You're supposed to be our guest, and you're just sitting there doing fuck all.
Yeah.
Contribute.
Fuck's sake. With your husky, sexy little voice there.
I think I just broke your bat.
It's not mine, it's my kids, but thanks.
I'm breaking your kids' toys.
You're out of order.
Libby, I told you should have fucking put it down.
I did. I broke it. I don't know what I've done. Lou, you need to contribute. Come on.
Just say words. My mother-in-law's leaving. I should be giving her. I should be giving her a lift to the station.
She's funny.
Should we finish up and I can give her a lift to the station?
No,
that's what I mean. Should we finish up?
You
just finish up. Go on, Rich. Say goodbye.
Say bye. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
It's been a Fight Talk podcast. Thank you very much for listening. We out.